Alright, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts back again today with another video for you. And in today's video, I got something that has been very highly requested by several of you. And I've been telling you I'm going to do it. I've been saying for probably a few weeks now, probably longer than that. This has probably been requested for quite some time. But heavily requested the last few weeks, and I've been telling you guys I'm going to do it. I haven't done it. I wasn't going to do it right now. There was another song I wanted to do, but it's like a 7.5-minute song. I'm not going to have that kind of time right now. So, I said, screw it. Let's give the people what they want, all right? Because that's what I'm here for, to give you what you want. Actually, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for me, to do what I want. But I want what you want right now, so let's do it. This is GFBF, and I'm Not Well, all right? So let's go. Interesting, interesting beat. It's kind of like a techno-y, 80s, 90s techno-y kind of sound.
I lost my mind today.
I shouldn't say techno, not techno. That's an inappropriate descriptor right there. Electronic? Is that like the name of the genre or something? Similar to like that kind of style, I guess. Let's go.
I lost my mind today.
Okay, lost his mind today.
Life feels like a landslide.
Life is like a landslide.
I'm getting swept away.
Getting swept away. Alright, so he's lost his life today. His life is like a landslide and he's getting swept away. So he's just, you know, all of his issues or whatever, he's getting caught up in it. And it's just sweeping him away, you know, washing him away in his agony, essentially.
And I'm getting swept away. There's something wrong, I know.
Okay, something wrong.
But the waiting room is full.
Waiting room's full.
And the doctor bills for these fucking pills are making me go broke.
And the doctor bills for these fucking pills are making him go broke. Yep, that's, you know, we've covered that in the last, a few of the last, like, half dozen or so songs have dealt a little bit with pharma. And, yeah, that's, like I said, that's their business plan, man. Keep you on the pills. Keep you paying for them every month.
These fucking pills are making me go broke. I keep dreaming of a better place. I keep writing fairy tales.
Alright, so she keeps dreaming of a better place and she keeps writing fairy tales, okay? So, you know, she dreams of what she wants her life to be, and she's, like, writing fairy tales, essentially, of what she thinks she should be able to do, what she thinks her life should be like, her desires, maybe, you know, and she's looking at that, realizing, like, how far away she is from that point. And it's essentially, it's a fairy tale. She can't reach that because it's not going to ever be real in her mind right now.
A better place, I keep writing fairy tales. Believe in magic, you might get it made. There's a heaven.
Alright, oh, I missed that. What'd she say there?
Place, I keep writing fairy tales. Believe in magic, you might get it made.
Yeah, I can't hear that. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, no, but I'm gonna roll up the sleeves. Alright, maybe that'll help me hear it better.
Believe in magic, you might get it made.
I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. Sorry. I'll get it.
Of a better place, I keep writing fairy tales. Believe in magic, you might get it made. There's a heaven.
What? She says something about magic. I'm like leaving magic something.
Believe in magic, you might get it made. There's a heaven. Believe in magic, you might get it made. There's a heaven.
She's like leaving magic and you might get it. Something like that. I can't quite pick that part out. I could probably sit here for another couple of minutes and get it, but I'm just going to move on. All right, let's just move on. I can't get them all, people. I try. I can't get them all, though, sometimes.
Believe in magic, you might get it made. There's a heaven in your head.
There's a heaven in your hell. All right, so, talking about her and Tom's situation, okay, so they were in hell. They were definitely both in hell roughly around the same time, I think, her with Def Jam, him with his alcoholism, his mental issues. So they were in hell together, or they're in hell, but then they found each other. So that was their little piece of heaven inside of their own personal hells, was each other. That was their haven, their safe haven. That's beautiful. Very somber song so far. So I'm not well, and they keep telling me to fix myself. Like, oh, you don't feel good? Well, just decide to feel better. Just do it yourself. Just don't, like... Hey, Nova, the key to depression is just to not be depressed anymore. Like that's going to fix anything. So, I let it get to me. Sometimes I hurt myself when... Hold on. Let me hear it again. All right, sometimes it gets to her and she hurts herself. She's her own worst enemy. And she could mean, like, actually hurting herself. But I feel it's more of a metaphor. A lot of times, like, your mindset, okay? Like, if you think you're going to fail at something, you're going to fail at it. You've already failed before you even started, right? So I feel like that's more of, like, she keeps doing things that are kind of detrimental to her. Whether it's a subconscious decision or whether she just made a bad decision and it's bitten her in the ass, all right? That's how I think she's saying it. She could literally mean she's hurting herself, like cutting or something like that. But I don't think that's how she's referencing it there. It could be. I don't ever recall hearing anything like that about Nova. So I'm going to tend to lean towards, more of a metaphor right there. Hold on. How'd she end that? Torture something. Torture something. Tortures.
I need your help. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy. I need another way to make me feel okay. All the time.
All right, so she needs another way to make her feel okay. Like, whatever she has done to kind of soothe herself, like in her weak moments, is not enough anymore, all right? So whatever she was doing, whether it was counting to 10 backwards, breathing, meditating, crying, whatever it's been, is not working. It's not enough anymore, so she needs something else here. I think this is where Tom's going to come into the picture.
Make me feel okay. All the time I spend just trying to bend myself back into place.
All the time she spent trying to bend herself back into place. All right, she's trying to fix herself. She went through some stuff, and she's been bent, broken, twisted around, and she's just trying to straighten herself back up. Okay, so she can stand tall and move forward in her life in a healthy manner.
Bend myself back into place. When I self-medicate.
It's so weird seeing them drinking in a video. I've seen it in other videos, some of his older things. Like, wasn't he drinking stuff in, the one song was All in a Bar and he was getting smashed. So I've seen it before, but still, It just doesn't look right. It does not look right when you see them pounding alcohol. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You know, if you don't have an addiction to it and you go out, you know, a couple times a month and get shit-faced hammered, good for you. You know?
I spend just trying to bend myself back into place. When I self-medicate, I become someone I hate.
When I self-medicate, I become someone I hate. All right, so a lot of times people with depression or, you know, mental issues like that, they'll go into a self-medication, okay? And that's typically drugs, right? You know, whether it's smoking pot, drinking alcohol, taking pills, you name it, okay? And a lot of times that doesn't fix anything. It just masks the pain for a little while, okay? And then you usually do things that you would normally not do when you're in a sober state. So then when you're sober again, you look back at what happened and you're ashamed, right? So, you know, the self-medication is a real thing that people do, whether it's on a subconscious level. Typically it would be. But it's not the best way to deal with this stuff because it's just masking the problem, okay? It's like having a broken arm and not getting a cast on it and just taking Tylenol to kind of keep the pain at bay. Within a couple of hours, your arm's going to hurt again. So.
I become someone I hate. All the days I've lost, trying to turn it off. When will something change?
It's trying to turn it off. When will something change? You know, so like this is their whole struggle, man. This is their whole struggle that they're talking about. And how they've basically they've hit the bottom, they've found each other. This is their little piece of heaven in their hell. And now they're trying to make moves to kind of get themselves out of their rut, all right? They at this point, I don't think they exactly know how to do it yet, though, because they're talking about self-medication still. They're partying in this video. So this is like the infancy of them coming out of their funk, maybe. Or they've moved past it and they've gone back to make this song to tell you how they got out. So, or how it began, essentially. How their recoveries began, maybe. Depends on when this song was made. Actually, you know what? I go back on that because they're drinking, unless they're drinking non-alcoholic stuff, I would have to say they're still not well. I'm not well. I'd have to say they're still not well at this point. So, yeah, let's go.
Trying to turn it off. When will something change? I keep dreaming of a better place. I keep writing fairy tales.
I'm sorry, man. I love my wife. I am not letting her spit beer into my mouth. All right.
Keep writing fairy tales.
And I love how they're walking down the streets like of some city in their hospital gowns, noting that, you know, they are both still sick people walking through society. Where a lot of the mental illness is. I mean, people just give pills. There's no place for them. I shouldn't say no place for them. There's not like enough resources available to help everybody with a mental illness. All right, we haven't really gotten a firm grasp on how to deal with that issue on a large scale. Okay, the individual, we can kind of, you know, we kind of have some things figured out, but the problem as a whole in society, we have not. So you have a bunch of, not only Tom and Nova in this video, but you have a bunch of sick people walking around, mentally sick people. Whether it's by their own choice or because they haven't been able to get the help or they've just fallen through the cracks of the system. Yeah, they just go about their daily lives and you would never know unless they were walking down in their hospital gowns. So that's like representing them still ill, but participating in society because they haven't gotten the help, whatever. That's just kind of an interesting visual there. They're playing his first verse behind the chorus now. I was like, why is Tom talking to me in my ear, like whispering to me? But that's his first. That's crazy. That's crazy sounding. Pervert. Pervert and Creep Show. I'm not sure if Pervert matches Nova. If she puts it on there, I'll take her word for it. Creep Show, I think, is a very accurate description of if you're just looking at Tom from the surface. You're looking at the tattoos, the hair, the piercings. You're like, oh, this guy's a creep. He's a freak. It's a freak show, creep show, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but that's their skin deep. That's their surface. Oh God, what the hell's the word I'm looking for? That's externally what you would assume of them, maybe, when you look at them. I'm not sure. I lost my kind of train of thought there. Sorry about that. This beat is something that you would get from like 21 Pilots. That part, when it was just playing right there, it reminded me of a 21 Pilots song. Very unique beat, very unique. It's like I said, kind of like 80s, 90s, like electronica or something. I don't know how to describe it, but definitely I could see 21 Pilots taking this beat and putting a song to it. And it would fit. You wouldn't even think it wasn't them. Fantastic. All right. So basically, these two were that little piece of heaven that they were able to find in their personal hell. They were something for each other to grab onto that was good. That could help them. It was like, basically they were pulling themselves out of the ditch together. All right, so Tom would take a step up on the rung. He would grab her and pull her up, and she would go above him and grab him and pull him up. So this is how they have combated their illnesses, gotten their lives together, and have become the power couple that we know and love today. Great song, absolutely great song. Really enjoyed that one. That'll do it, I guess. This was Middle-Aged White Guy. Reacts. We're out. Peace.